Hey guys, I just got done watching the Jeff Jones Danger Dark World FTK video, and I was a little bit bummed out that he didn't go into detail about the combo at the end. Now, he mentioned, and everybody else mentions, that Armageddon Knight is a one-card FTK, and it's kind of true. The reality is that it's technically a two-card combo, but the caveat is that that other card can be anything that's special summonable. So I want to go ahead and bring you an actual tutorial, that way you can follow along with the Armageddon Knight one-card, quote-unquote, FTK. Sorry, I'm sick, so you may hear me sniveling every once in a while. So let's just hop right into it. Normal summon Armageddon Knight, and I'm going to set the hand over here. I'll check into that every once in a while. But Armageddon Knight is go ahead and send Malicious, who's going to banish itself to go ahead and special summon another one. And going to link these guys away into an Isolde. Isolde is going to send 4 equips to the graveyard. It doesn't really matter which ones they are, except for Phoenix Blade. Phoenix Blade is the important one. I'm going to tilt this so that you can kind of see the graveyard there. Alright, so that is going to go ahead and special summon your Armageddon Knight. Armageddon Knight's effect is going to trigger. You want to go ahead and send your Ancient Cloak to the graveyard. And you're going to banish your Malicious and Graveyard. You're going to special summon the last one. Now, from Grave, you can go ahead and banish Cloak at this point. You're going to go ahead and add your Boots to hand. Then you can use your Mally and your Isolde to go into your Summon Sorceress. And at this point, Summon Sorceress is going to special summon another Boots from deck. So your field should look like this. That's why that's there. It's my ghetto glare getting rid of her. So because you have a PK on the field, you can special summon Boots. At this point, you want to go ahead and overlay Boots. You're going to go into Levier. In your graveyard, you can banish Mally and Armageddon Knight. It doesn't matter which of these two you banish, as long as you banish Armageddon Knight. You're going to add back Phoenix Blade. So right now your hand is looking like Phoenix Blade and your random monster that you can special summon. Levier is going to detach a material and special summon the Armageddon Knight. Now this is where our combos differ just a little bit. I am running Zephyros the Elite. At this point, Armageddon Knight is going to send Zephyros to the graveyard. In graveyard, Zephyros is going to activate and add Armageddon Knight to hand to special summon itself. So from here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use Zephyros and Armageddon Knight to go into a Nightmare Phoenix. Doesn't really matter a whole lot, as long as it's a Nightmare. You're going to use these two to go into your Firewall Dragon. From here, you're going to go ahead and use Phoenix. You're going to go into Mermaid. Mermaid Chainlink 1, Firewall Chainlink 2. You have to discard your Divine Sword to the graveyard. Now, at this point, you should have these two in hand, and this is a really important part because you don't want to special summon Armageddon Knight at this point because it's going to miss the timing. You definitely want that to get off, so you want to special summon the other monster that you had in hand. So you're going to special summon that. Mermaid is going to special summon Ibli from the deck. This combo doesn't involve any of the draws that you get off of any of these Nightmare searches because this combo is just too good for that. We don't need those draws. Screw draw power in Yu-Gi-Oh! It's ridiculous. Anyway, so what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and link these guys together. We're not even going to give the opponent Ibli. That's just ridiculous. I'm going to special, sorry, getting ahead of myself. It's important here that you go into your Cerberus. So Cerberus on the right-hand side. Firewall is going to trigger, special summon Armageddon Knight. And from this point, Armageddon Knight is going to send the first piece to the graveyard. Now, you want to send Cannon Soldier at this point because we're going to add this to hand. So Cannon Soldier is in grave now. Now, in the graveyard, you should have your Silent Boots. You want to go ahead and banish Silent Boots to add Brigandine to hand. You can go ahead and special summon that Brigandine, or Dine, or however you would like to pronounce it, and then link those two away into a Proxy Dragon. From here, Firewall is linked with 3 monsters, so you're going to go ahead and you're going to add 3 monsters from your graveyard to your hand. What you want to get here is 2 Armageddon Knights and your Cannon Soldier. I guess technically this could be whichever Dark World you're trying to special summon, but I do Cannon Soldier. Anyway, that goes to hand. Now, at this point, what you want to do, you have your monster that you did not banish off of your sword earlier. You also have the other PK that you use. So you're going to banish those 2. Add the Divine Sword to hand. Now, from this point, you're going to go ahead. This is super important. You want to use Mermaid and Proxy Dragons. You do not want to use Nightmare Cerberus. So you're going to go ahead, link those guys into your Unicorn. So Firewall is going to activate as Chainlink 1, and you want to use Unicorn as Chainlink 2. You want to use Firewall as Chainlink 1 so that your Armageddon Knight that you're about to special summon doesn't lose or doesn't miss its timing. So Unicorn is going to pitch your sword and bounce your Firewall to the extra deck. And Firewall is going to resolve, and you're going to special summon Armageddon Knight. Armageddon Knight is going to send the second piece to the graveyard, which is going to be Grapha in this case. It doesn't matter which one it is. From here, you want to go ahead and link Armageddon Knight and Unicorn back into your Firewall. And then you're going to use Nightmare Cerberus to go into your second Mermaid. Firewall is going to trigger, special summoning Armageddon Knight, sending Snow to graveyard. From here, go ahead and link Mermaid and Knight into, doesn't really matter what, Underclock Taker, just as long as it points to Firewall, because Firewall is going to trigger and special summon Cannon. Firewall now is co-linked with 1 monster, and the only monster you need from your graveyard is Snow. So you're going to use Firewall to add the Snow, and then Cannon Soldier is going to send Underclock Taker to the graveyard to, special summon Snow. In case you don't know what's about to happen, Snow is a Dark World, bringing it back to hand to special summon Grapha. Cannon Soldier is going to tribute Grapha to inflict 500 points of damage. Firewall is going to special summon Snow. We're going to bounce Snow, summon Grapha, inflict 500, special summon Snow, and you're going to do this until your opponent cries, quits Yu-Gi-Oh, or concedes. So, that is my tutorial and my way of doing the combo. On all of the deck profiles, I did not see anybody running Double Mermaid. That was the only way that I was able to do this with any monster plus Armageddon Knight. Now he does mention that you're going to have multiple monsters during the combo, but I wanted it to be as pure as possible, as you can see by just not drawing cards. Let me know what you think in the comments, and if you have a way to do this with strictly Armageddon Knight, then let me know. Outside of that, I would also like to add in, I don't want Mare in this deck. I don't like the bricks. Kind of bad taste in my mouth from previous experience. But last thing to note, the Jackalope that I use, the danger monsters that I use, it doesn't necessarily have to be a danger monster. What the weird part about this combo is that everything in this was not archetype specific, or it was kind of contained in this FTK. So you can essentially take that out, add all of these cards that you saw me use into pretty much any deck that has monsters, and ideally dark monsters, because you want to use Dark Grepher for this too, and you have an FTK deck. So yeah, let me know what you think, and if you have any modifications to the combo that you think would make it better, let me know. Thank you very much. Bye.